Well, hello, welcome or welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are doing the December budget setup, and we're a couple days in. So I do need a sticker right here for rent, and then I did my weekly shopping, so I need to put that in. I don't know if anything else needs to go in, but we'll get to that off camera. Right now it's just setting things up. 2 paydays this month. Try to keep up with the savings challenge this month. Helped me out a little bit last month because I didn't put any money in the savings, but it will. So we'll start here with the debt tracker, and I pulled out my page from last month so that we can fill this in. We have start credit card 1, credit card 2, with the total, and then we have student loans. There are 3 of them, and yes, they go up every month. Here they're doing something with the student loans so that even people that make enough money can get on the like income-based payment plan, but if they're making enough money, like if they don't have financial hardship, then the amount of money that they would pay would literally just be the same as what they're already paying. So I guess probably being on it, if you do come into financial hardship, which does that mean they're expecting people to have issues like going into recession, which a lot of people argue we already are, but I don't know. It was just interesting. It was like, well, it's interesting that, you can sign up for the program. Not quite sure why you would need it if you don't have financial hardships. A lot of people who didn't have financial hardships before are now, because price increases because of inflation, but unless they change the requirements for, how much money you can make, to have that reduction in payment, it's not gonna affect you. So I don't know, maybe they're planning on changing that. I would assume so, I guess. So anyways, we have our numbers from last month, which went up from the month before, which we expected. Still sadness to see it happen, but we knew it was going to. And it will go up this month as well. I cannot write this in very well for some odd reason. My writing is just not wanting to cooperate with me today. I have been started having some problems with my hands, probably carpal tunnel. It was cold the other day, and I had to scrape my window. Came home, and this hand was just like all the fingers, all right here in my hand, was just killing me. And yeah, not fun. I don't like getting older. It's not fair. What did I do wrong to get older? Just kidding. Still not that fun. It's just like things getting harder for you just is happening all at once. Like 5-ish years ago, I just didn't really have much of any problems. Few here and there, but on like continuous basis and just seeing things get worse. No problems. Now I've got a hernia that I'm gonna have to get done, which is a little for me because I've literally never had surgery before. Yeah. but I have that. The carpal tunnel we're gonna have to start looking into, because it just feels like it's getting worse, and that it just it started probably a couple years ago. Well, within the last 5 years, I would notice when I get up, if I started doing things with my hands would go numb. But at that point in time, give it an hour and I'd be fine. Now it's like, I sleep with the braces on, and it's still, that's the wrong number. I'm not fully paying attention, which is probably not surprising to anyone. Oh. Okay. Yep, that looks lovely. 7, 5, 6, 02, 12. Okay. Numbers from last month with the full total being at 88, 235, 32. I mentioned in my last one overspending. I do know I've been doing a little extra spending because I've been trying to get some more sustainable food products, just to keep on hand. Yeah, the likelihood that hours will be dropped at some point is getting higher and higher, so yeah. Spending tracker, we'll start with week 1, which will be the 1st through the 9th. I did ask for time off at Christmas Day, and the day after, and use PPO, so I will still get paid those days. We'll still have a full week of pay. Got approved for that. Didn't think I was going to, but it is what it is. Our categories, we will have the spending, bills, other spending, and savings. We'll see if we keep up with savings this week. There's other spending, like I said, going home for Christmas, so setting aside a little bit of money. Don't have to set aside a whole lot, because it just doesn't take that much gas to get there and stuff like that. So anywho, grab the budget sheet, and we got pay 1, pay 2, and reselling. Next month will be awesome. It will be a 3 paycheck month. Can't complain, though. I think the last, let's see here, the last pay will come in at like the 29th, so it'll make February probably feel more like it's getting 3 paychecks. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. And I always guesstimate at $9.50. Reselling is going down even more, and I'm only guesstimating at like 100. I think it's gonna be like 120-ish. I'm not sure. Additionally, pay came in like, our pay is coming in like tomorrow, because I'm doing this today. But I already have access to what money is coming into my account, and that'll be $933.10. Yeah, it's less than $9.50. It sucks, but you know, that's something I might have to get used to. Like I said, probably going to be having less hours. There are people on the day shift that are already having less hours, so, which I think he'd rather do night shift because we get our premium pay or differential pay. So that one is what it is as well, because we work overnight so we get more money. I'm not complaining about that. Again, putting money for electricity, I have no clue. Keep those numbers the same, which means that'll be at 840. Gas will be at 50. I did get gas. I don't remember what it was. I will need to go to the dentist again in like January, February. My car renter's insurance. We get this, so this one will stay the same. This I will figure out here in a second. We don't do those ones. Here we'll have the subscriptions. Spending and other spending. I can give you other spending, which I'm just going to set aside $100 assumption for that. And as usual, I'll go ahead and keep it at 14 even though it says 13, but I just don't know if taxes will start coming in and it'll be like 1301, 1302, something like that. So because that just can't happen. Personal loan, we put in at 56. We want credit card number 1 at 200. We'd like to put something on it rather than adding to it, or we'd like to reduce the balance rather than adding to it. The second credit card, we'd like to put 200 on it. That brings us with the same number as last month. Moving on to here. Savings, we'll try to get in. Investment, try to do that one, which will be 100 to 150 as usual. And my miscellaneous ones. Credit card number 1, interest. They're coming in just over, just under. So I'm going to have 125 again. I do expect to see both of them go down from last month's numbers. Well, not credit card number 1. I expect it to be about the same, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? It just is all dependent on just when money gets paid on it and stuff like that. So I'm going to put both of them at 125 again. And then we have Prime. That's a 17. I need to look into Only Murders in the Building, see where it's at, about when the last one's supposed to go. I like to wait until they're pretty much mostly all up. That way I can just watch them one right after the other. Yeah, I know. I'm a weirdo. I'm aware of it. That'll make these ones the same. But once I watch it, I will go ahead and cancel Hulu. So yeah. Look at this. Income. Expenses. My guesstimated income this month is, what, 2,000 exact? No, that's not right. Yeah, 2,000 exact. That's 950 plus 950 would be 19. Yeah. So my projected is 2,000 exact. And we have to grab the fun little pink calculator. And, well, we can't grab the fun little pink calculator yet because I haven't finished filling in half the information. Have to get in all the information. I do have written down that my subscriptions guesstimate for this month will be $155. I did add new like subscriptions to it, stuff that I'm having a hard time with always getting in. Can get it for a little bit cheaper when doing the subscriptions, so going with that. It does make it to where I should be spending very, very low amounts each week, which I'm pretty sure just my weekly this week pretty sure was already higher. So yeah, that's going real good. I feel like I moved, I don't know, I feel like something changed somewhere, because my original spending was guesstimated, let's see here, $272.50. It's $545. I think I've been doing my spending the past couple months at $500 when it should be at $600. Because I do have a paper in which I wrote it down, and I'm like, no. So we have to minus, and divide that by 2 would be that much on each one. $222.50. Okay. Divide that by 2 so that we have the weeks. So basically 110. But that gets me, I already forgot. 445. Spending 445. I'm gonna double check this. Yes. And that's just so that I know. Anywho, figured this one up. 155, 22.50 plus 100. Do you imagine if I actually stayed within my spending budget? Can you imagine how amazing that would be? Because so much of this kind of over-guesstimated on, I could actually like pay off some on the credit card. But this is me we're talking about. That gives my full expenses at 22.50 plus 477.50 plus 14 plus 456 plus, and we just guesstimate the 150, 267. Expenses being at 2,587. I don't know. Did I do that right last month? Because it says that it's an exact, and I was thinking, oh no, that's the guesstimate. That wasn't the guesstimate, that was the actual income. This is last month. I'm just going over something last month because I seem to have confused myself. Oh, it did. It ended up like exact number. That's crazy. I had confused myself. We should not be surprised by this. So, at this point for this month, I'm estimating nearly $600 over in expenses. We'll see how that works out. But, yeah, like I said, usually don't know what's happening with electricity. Leap comes in. You know, definitely won't have electricity again, which saves a bit. Do have gas, which was probably in the $30 range. Those will be about that. I seem to have no ability but to overspend on that, so we can pretend, we can try, who knows. Other spending, I don't know. Sometimes the parents will put gas in my car before I leave, and that can save me a little bit of money. But by the time I get home, it means I need to put gas in my car again anyway, so. Which would move from there to this one, which would make that one probably go over. Oopsies. Anywho, yeah. We'll be looking into that. Maybe pay a little bit at less in interest. I don't know. Last month, man, I'm still confused how I just managed to go 43 over. I know I didn't put any money in the savings, which saved 50 bucks. It would have been closer to 100 bucks over. But still, I had more other spending. I went over, like, basically double on the regular spending. I didn't have as much in subscriptions. I anticipate more in subscriptions. I don't know, I don't know. Sometimes math for me doesn't math. Additionally, I was in it, like $2,360-ish of income, where I'm very much anticipating. Well, I only anticipated 40 bucks more last month. Yeah, just getting in more. So it'd be nice if I could get reselling going back up. This month it is not. I do have that number, but it's on my phone, so I'll fill it in later. But I think it's like 120 bucks or so. So yeah, get my butt in gear and start diving in. I have actually been getting a little bit more listing in, so, and I've had some days of like really good sales, but then it'll just like drop off, and I'll have 2 days in which I don't sell anything, so that sucks. Anywho, that will be it for this video, so please be sure and do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.